Hey, how's it going? Chris here with AC, and I'm back at Universal Studios Hollywood to check in on Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift. Let's go check everything out. Okay, well, we have a lot of crane action going on here. Let's check over the edge and see if they put in some supports. And, well, how's that for timing? Not only have they added a whole cluster, they're installing one right now. They're lifting it up. Oh, this is awesome. Really good timing to get here. As you can see, they have two other that are currently being supported by straps. And then once they get that piece that they're lifting in place, there might be, I think it's kind of hard to tell. There might be, no, yeah, there's two points there on that piece that they're lifting up, and that should go on top of the two that are being supported right now by those straps. And then down here, another support. Whole bunch. And I'm really curious what they're doing over here, because we got a crane nearest the escalators, and then over here as well, there's also another crane, and it doesn't look like they've done anything, but let's look back at this over here. Still a lot of work to get it all lined up. Not only with moving the crane around, but you got guys on the ground that are pulling on ropes to get it where they need it. You can see where it's going to land on that footing there. This is really incredible considering how much those supports weigh, and they get moved around. They're just floating like they're a feather. Okay, they have it lined up with the footing, and then on top there, it is not quite lined up. They're going up there with that lift, and they will make the adjustments needed for those other two pieces that aren't connected and get those lined up. Guys are getting those supports attached to one another, and looking at the top of the support there is no arrow and no marking that says DOT for direction of travel. That means that track is not going to get attached to that. And there's going to be another support that's going to go up even higher here. See over here, where they just installed this one, you see that arrow in DOT. That means it's going to go from this straight section over here. That's going to come out this direction. And then also, there's one over here where it's going to be launching back towards the station area from the far end, and then it's going to come up over here, go up, and into that inversion. The station building is not looking too different than last week, but as they finish up on that metal facade there, we're going to reach a point where it's going to get skinned, and this is going to look a lot different. It'll make a big jump as soon as they start doing that. And then these guys are still trying to line up these supports here. When the basket was blocking where the connection point is, I couldn't really tell if it was close or not. Well, it isn't. As they work on this, I'm gonna go ahead, go on over to the other side and take a look at things over there. Looks like they finished up on all the roof for the station, and I'm sure they wanna get this all buttoned up and enclosed before we get to our rainy season, which, well, this is Southern California. Who knows when it's gonna happen? Right now, we're in the middle of another heat wave. It's October and it's 90 degrees or something like that. But then, you know, it'll be hot one day, and then all of a sudden it'll get cold, and then, you know, and rainy out of nowhere. So that's how October normally is here in Southern California. But yeah, they are getting a lot done here. It's really hard to tell exactly how much progress got changed from last week, because they can add a beam here and there, and it's really hard to tell. But guys are still working. All right, gonna continue over here to the escalators. Well, here's something I was not expecting to see. Where we have this retaining wall and flattened off area, I was speculating that there's gonna be some sort of sound barrier. I didn't think it was going to be a full-on structure. It looks like it's going to be maybe some sort of facade. That is really, really, really cool. Gosh, let's go down a little bit further here and see. As you get launched out of the station and come down this track here, there's going to be a really nice close call with that structure they're building. And then to the left, where those footings are, not sure how high the supports are going to be or how high this structure they're building is going to be, but it's possible there could be a close call on that side as well. Well, it's looking like they're either taking a break or they're done for the day. I am not sure. But look at this. Sitting on top of that retaining wall is another support, and it looks like it's the support that's going to go on top of this. And as you can see, there's an arrow. It says DOT, and it looks about the right size to go on top of there. Hopefully they're just on lunch, and I'll get to see that attached. I'm still rather curious what this area is with these forms. It's definitely not a footing. Maybe it's just a retaining wall of sorts. I guess we'll see. Also, I noticed these steel roof trusses here laying on the road, and they look a little bit small, a little bit thin, but perhaps they're going to be for that structure they're building here that I just showed a little bit ago, blocked by this tree. And here's just an overview of the construction project. They didn't do any new work on the left-hand side of the escalators there. I cannot wait for more track. That is going to be so incredible to see. Of course, you got to get the supports on the right-hand side here in place first, but I'm sure those will happen here pretty soon. And then also more track as we come down this direction. Now, to my understanding, they're not going to put in the piece of track that goes over the fire road here until the last minute because they want to make sure that there's access up and down. So if you have any really tall equipment, they can still do that. And then all the way off into the distance here where they installed all those supports. And gosh, it's not looking like they're going to come back from break. They might be done for the day, but that's okay. Well, how's this for timing? As soon as I walk back over here, they are back from break, and it looks like they've gotten the support on the left-hand side somewhat bolted together there. And now they're going to work on the right-hand side. Okay, they are pulling it in place, getting it lined up. Well, that was pretty easy work. It was a lot easier than when I was watching them try to get that piece of track lined up a couple weeks ago. But it makes sense. These supports go in pretty fast. It's absolutely beautiful as the sun just about sets there. This is just an amazing view, and it's getting even better with this coaster, right? We're still getting all that lined up over there. Park closes in about 45 minutes. I'm not sure how much of light I'm gonna have until then, but I'll hang out and see how much I can see get done. Maybe get that other support lifted up. Looks like the support is off the ground, but they aren't quite flying it yet. I think they are just making some adjustments, yes, as it gets set back down. Just like with the track segment, they want to make sure everything is in the orientation it needs to be when it is in the air. Not sure what they're doing now because they detached the support from the crane, and now the hook is over here, and I guess they're lifting something else up? Okay, I see what it is. It's a giant crate of supplies. There goes that crate of supplies, and it's getting dark. I don't think I'm gonna be able to catch the support go in, but I'll hang out as long as I can, like I was saying. And look how beautiful it is as the sun's going down. Super Nintendo World looks stunning. Whoa. I have not been up here at this hour before. This is so cool. They've brought out the work lights. I know people were asking about that. And it is pretty impressive that they do this at nighttime. Just doing anything at nighttime is a little bit more work. Just, you know, because you can't always see well. But the upside is that it's much cooler. So, you know, win some, lose some. The support is lifted off the ground again. Let's see if they fly it. Okay, there it goes. Can't see too much. It's really dark and I'm blinded by the lights they're using, but, oh wait, no. I take that back. I think just the, oh no, there it is. I lost it there for a second. That went up really fast. Hopefully as they swing it over here to where that support is, it'll be lit a little bit better. And it just hit 7. The park is now closed. And like I keep saying, I will stay here until they kick me out. Or at least until I can't see anything worth seeing. All right. It's coming over. I have no idea how this is gonna look on the video when it's all done, but anyway, just looking at my little tiny screen here on my camera. Okay. Oh, that is a much bigger piece than it looked when I was looking at it on the ground. I thought it was about half the size. So that entire structure is gonna be pretty darn tall. Now they've swung it around. And they're gonna get hold of that, line it up where they need it to be. Oh, I just realized it's not a straight section. Couldn't see when it was on the ground and couldn't see when it was in the air initially when it was oriented the other way. Oh, this is pretty interesting. Is this gonna be another inversion? Yeah, it definitely looks like it's gonna be for another inversion. They're pulling on those chains, which kind of shifts the orientation a little bit. And getting it on there. And if that isn't an inversion, it's definitely a really banked turn there. We'll see as they add more supports. All right, guys, well, that's gonna do it from Universal Studios Hollywood. What an exciting day. Got to see some more supports put in. They've done a lot in this past week. If you are a fan of following Fast and Furious and my construction updates, please consider subscribing. It would mean the world to me, helps me out a lot. Anyway, have a good one. I will see you really soon. All right, bye.